All right, so I really didn't want to admit this, mainly to myself, but I think the reason for why I've been doing so badly with bench for the past couple months is probably mainly just because of me cutting. I'm a lot lighter than I was when I went for the 300, and I did hear somewhere that your bench strength is very dependent on how much you weigh and how much fat you have. I didn't fact check it though, so I could be completely wrong. And also, it's just been a lot less fun because it doesn't really feel like I'm building towards anything. It pretty much is just like every Wednesday, I go in my garage, I fail a bench PR, and then I get on with a bunch of accessories that are building towards something that's not ever going to happen. Honestly, I think what I need to do is kind of adopt a new mindset when it comes to the bench. Well, not necessarily a new mindset, but put my mind in a different place. Like, I'm no longer a 300-pound bencher. I'm probably somewhere around like 280, and I need to go into the lift knowing that the most I can do is 280. And what I'm building towards is 285 and not 3 like I've been doing for the past 2 months. Honestly, I think that's why it's been so hard to admit it, just because, well, that's pretty much the only reason why I didn't want to cut was because I didn't want to lose any of my strength and have to start over. But I am probably just going to have to suck it up, especially since I'm still getting stronger in 2 out of the 3 lifts, and neither of them are showing any signs of declining. I am going to have to prepare myself to get a little bit weaker though before I start building up again, since I do have 20 more pounds to lose, and honestly, I might not even be able to do 265 by the time I'm done cutting. So I probably am going to have to release my foot from the gas a little bit when it comes to bench, or at least put my focus in a different area of building, like maybe do it with a lower weight with higher reps, just to see how my strength has changed from week to week. Has it gotten any better? Has it gotten have I gotten weaker? I don't really know, because when it comes to things that I haven't been through before, because I don't know what I'm doing. But I guess we'll see what happens when the program gets changed. There is 1 more week in the block, maybe 2 more weeks, because last time I did 5 weeks, I have noticed that conjugate it doesn't take as much of a toll on my body as just normal, the normal style of programming I was doing before. Except for hamstrings. My hamstrings have always been a weak point when it comes to recovery. I don't think they're any weaker than, they should be. But whenever I built up a little bit too much fatigue, it's always my hamstrings that start acting up. So that is also going to play a factor in future programming. I am a little bit conflicted on it though, because deadlifts are the thing that are most taxing on your hamstrings, and they're also my favorite movement. So I'm obviously willing to pull back on deadlifts to protect my hamstrings. I'm just not very happy about it. So I am kind of excited to see a program that's customized for me personally. I also do want to get a little bit more into focusing on programming for conjugate. It is a little bit more complicated than the programming that I've previously done, but that's also kind of the point. So it is probably going to take me a couple of tries to actually figure out what exactly I'm trying to focus on. I also want to go a little bit deeper into the critiquing aspect of coaching. So mainly I'm probably just going to watch a bunch of novice videos and try to see what's wrong, and I'll probably just go to the comments and look for someone that actually knows what they're talking about, see what they say, see how it's similar to what was in my mind, and see how it differs, and then I guess try and figure out where people need to go in order to build from their starting point, since where they start isn't really going to be the same places I start, and things that are easy for me could be hard for them, and vice versa. Also, I know that none of that just now made any sense, but that's the best way I can describe it. Because I've noticed that I've only really been focusing on the programming aspect of being a coach when I really need to be focusing on everything. So right now I'm just going to work on branching out to that, and then when I'm done with that, I'm just going to be on to the next thing. But that's pretty much it. I probably should have made this decision a little bit earlier than 2 months, but yeah, I'll see you next time.